This is my review of Lexapro. I was on that 3 different separate occasions. The most recent was earlier this year, so I have a pretty recent experience of it. I have to say that on all occasions it was unsuccessful. It didn't work for me and I didn't have a good experience. Not a horrible experience that I had as I discussed with sertraline, and I've done a review of that as well. Not a horrible experience, but it was unsuccessful, and basically a zero experience is how I describe it, and I'll explain why. Escitalopram, and that was quite successful, and he talked about citalopram and escitalopram, the Lexapro, as being extremely similar, sort of like sisters chemically. Chemically, it's like one is the left hand, one is the right hand chemically in the chemical structure, so that they should almost produce almost exactly the same results. But again, it's kind of an illustration of the crazy nature of these medications that I experienced quite positive experience with citalopram. I have a review of that as well. Almost a zero experience with escitalopram, which is Lexapro. When I took Lexapro, well, yeah, it was worse than a zero experience, because when I took it, the only feeling that I had from it was utter exhaustion. I don't know why that is the case. Now, it could be the circumstances at the time as well. It was quite a stressful time, but I felt utter exhaustion and drowsiness, and that was the only experience. The only effect that I felt from it was that side effect. A huge aspect of maintaining a positive life for me is getting out there, getting out here, getting swimming in the sea and running and trying to stay active. Well, actually staying active. Thankfully, it's something that I've always managed to do, and this was dragging me backwards. I mean, I would wake up in the morning unable to drag myself out of bed, which was extremely difficult at the time, because it was like just taking a dose of sleeping pills at the start of the day. So my experience of it was quite poor, and this was extremely disturbing for me, because I would read online extremely positive reviews of it, and I think it was listed as one of the most successful SSRIs there. So I couldn't understand why it wasn't working for me. And again, it just shows to me that the science of these things is just utterly ridiculous. I think very much a sort of a rolling the dice. It's very unpredictable. So overall, I have very little positive to say about it. Unfortunately, didn't work for me. Side effects were too strong, too much drowsiness, and can't recommend it. If it is working for you, then I'm delighted. That is great. I hope you get the help you need during whatever struggle you're going through. I can't understand it completely, but I do understand some of the troubles that people go through that lead them to have to take these medications, because I've taken them all. I've tried all of them, almost all the SSRIs, the SNRIs. If I can benefit you from this experience, then I'm delighted. So I hope this is of some help. If you have some of your own experiences, pop them in the comments. I'd love to discuss it with you, and I hope you get the help you need, and hope this is useful.